Hello, Efren. Thank you for coming by. This is the last day of our show, Many Faces of Silence, at the Gage Gallery here in Oak Bay. It's number 2031 Oak Bay Avenue. And this is a show that Sheryl Fisher and I have put together around the theme of recovery. So it's a general theme of recovery, a theme of recovery from the loss of someone you love, recovery from an addiction to alcohol or drugs or work even, and also just recovery in general, because so many times in our life we get ill or we have a transition from one job to another and we have to recoup, gather our resources and move forward. So Sheryl and I are both fairly new to the Gage Collective, and our names kind of came up in a hat. Sheryl was booked to have this time, and I wasn't booked to have a spot until December, but the person who was going to show had a family issue that she couldn't show, so I came up as the next possible person. And then when we looked at my portfolio of work, Sheryl was going like, no, it's not working, until I showed her the bottled series. And the bottled series really, really worked well with Sheryl's mimes, and also with a theme of recovery. And so that's how it kind of happened that we put the show on about recovery. So for myself, the bottle series, these are two of the original ones. So this one was back in 1996. Was the first of the series, and it was in response to an exhibition that I had that was censored, an exhibition of figure drawing, in which one of the people that worked in the building decided that one of them was a lesbian drawing and that was not okay. And it was terrible. This is like not even 20 years ago, and it was terrible. So it started the series for me, which was a good thing in some ways, and we had a show the following International Women's Day, where we put up saris and we had warning nudity and all sorts of things on it. We had a lot of fun with it. And then it took on a life of its own, and it's become a companion of me for the last 20 years, talking visually about human communication, about ways that we move through things in our lives. So this one here is called Sometimes I Think Sleep is Overrated. And it's when you make a change in your life, often we have to leave other people behind because they're not making that same change. And so you'll be walking a different street. And so this is about making those changes and walking a different street, taking a different path maybe from what you were doing before. And I'll just read Sheryl's statement for you here. Sheryl has done these wonderful mimes, and so there's a couple down here as well of her mimes. She says, we go through life a bit unaware while doing our routine things and being busy. Perhaps we don't want to disturb the walls we've built up to hide behind, so that no one, not even ourselves, can recognize our struggles or our pain. Recognizing them would mean we would have to face them. This exhibition is about saying out loud that it's okay to have these feelings, to own them, and to deal with them. I'd be happy to see these images inspire you to start a dialogue with yourself or with someone you know who is keeping feelings unspoken. The mimes are a new series for Sheryl. They demonstrate that by observing body language, one can pick up signals of how a person is feeling. Hopefully that will lead to really listening and being mindful when one speaks. So the show is about the unspoken, and mine are visual representations of human interactions, both positive and negative, depending on how you want to view them. And last weekend we had an event called Breaking the Silence, and we had a speaker from the Umbrella Society. So partial proceeds from this show go to the Umbrella Society. And we had Dawn Nesbitt speaking from She Recovers, which is an online Facebook group, which she has 13,000 members now, of women in recovery. At least She Recovers, that would be women in recovery. Yeah. And so she came and did a very inspiring talk as well, and Gordon from the Umbrella Society. And then we had Eric, who is the model for some of Sheryl's mimes came and did a beautiful mime performance, and Olive Jean Rose came and did a beautiful spoken word performance around the theme of silence, breaking silence, about addiction and recovery.